Pendleton Place is an incredible nonprofit in Greenville that is taking care of kids who are homeless or abandoned. Now, to me, they are part of the essence of what Greenville, South Carolina is. We learned about them while at the Rockn On the Runway celebrity golf and concert event. Now, Pendleton Place is the beneficiary of that event. Now, I have found over the years that attending celebrity golf events also means knowing what the charity is all about. So we spent some time with Pendleton Place's executive director, Anne-Marie Maertens.
Help children and families who are going through crisis through intervention, prevention, and assessment. So what I've been telling people is that we've been really working on changing childhoods, fortifying families, and restoring resiliency of children, youth, and families affected by foster care, homelessness, poverty, and trauma. We were founded in 1975 when 3 women from the Junior League of Greenville heard that kiddos entering the foster care system were staying the night in jail because there weren't enough foster homes. So in 1975, our emergency shelter for children entering the system was born, and we did that great for many, many years. In 1986, we opened Smith House, which is a residential group care facility for teenagers in foster care. And as we've evolved over time and with state and federal law changing, we've actually shifted some of our programs to evolve to meet the needs of the community. So those include now an assessment center for children entering foster care, where we partner with Prisma Health, our local healthcare provider, one of our main local healthcare providers, and the Department of Mental Health to do initial foster care entry medical evaluations as well as mental health evaluations in one location to minimize transportation and trauma for those youth who are entering the system. We also provide kinship care support for grandmas, grandpas, aunties, uncles who take kids in so they don't have to be in the system. We do family mediation to help prevent teen entry to foster care. We still have our residential group care facility called Smith House, where we're preparing 16 to 18-year-olds primarily for that next stage of life. And in fact, in the past couple of years, have opened a transition home where our foster care alumni from Smith House can live with our support so they can learn how to be adults with great people in their lives and without having to worry about rent. And then finally, we have our emergency homeless shelter for youth who are aged 12 to 21, kids who've been kicked out, run away, or maybe after 18 left foster care without a family. And we help get them exited into a safe place where they can live. And sort of in conjunction with that, we have our youth drop-in center, which provides showers, laundry, Wi-Fi, food, case management, and housing coordination for youth who have experienced or are at risk of homelessness aged 17 to 24. And in the past 2 years, we've reinvested $150,000 right back into Greenville through our direct housing care for youth who are exiting homelessness.
We also asked Annie about Pendleton Place's success and how child homelessness is not just something in Greenville.
Every community experiences hardships, and every community has families that go through trauma. And so youth homelessness is certainly not unique to Greenville. Some of the data that shows that we've got about 100 youth under the age of 24 currently in Greenville who are considered to be homeless, whether that's because they're living on the streets or living in encampments or couch surfing. We have about 100, and that's pretty high for this state. This year alone, our youth drop-in center has served 82 youth, meaning that in theory, there's 18 we've not touched. But this actually makes me think we're probably underreporting the number of youth who are homeless in Greenville. But I think we see this happening with more attention because we are becoming more aware of some of the situations that lead to youth homelessness, like trafficking, like again, leaving foster care without a home or without a family, or just the instability that is caused by lack of affordable housing.
So there are the factors that are leading to similar problems in other areas of the country as well. Now, Greenville has an awareness of taking care of kids while propelling the economy into the next generation. And yes, they have big tech companies that have moved there and see the future. What struck us was a stroll down Main Street on a Saturday afternoon as we watched a STEM fair conference, science, technology, engineering, and math, for kids. It was amazing, the number of booths along with the kids and parents who were there. Then we spoke to Damon Johnson, one of the rock stars who is part of the Rockn On the Runway event. And as we witnessed, this rock concert had that feel for kids.
For me, as a parent, my kids, for my wife and I, that's the greatest thing in our life. And I'm blessed to have 5 kids, and they're all healthy and productive, and to get to bring whatever skills I've learned over the years to an event like this to help raise money to provide for those less fortunate. there's a lot of less fortunate kids out there, and credit to Mike and Troy. What an amazing event! What a great charity to get behind. I've been thrilled to get to meet some of the people at Pendleton Place, and they've talked to us a little more in depth about it. And I mean, just randomly on the road when people go, hey, we're going to do this thing. What charity do you support? I always send them to Pendleton Place. I do. For my wife and I, we're just so happy to be a part of it. And it's all about the kids. I know you've heard that on repeat, but it is all about the kids. Whatever hiccups we have with travel challenges, or somebody hits the wrong note, or we forget a background vocal part, none of that matters, man. It's all about the kids. And that room is pulsating with that energy and that focus and that commitment. And it is, it's heart stuff, man. It's soul stuff. It's just an honor to be a part of it.
Check out Rockn On the Runway website. This way you'll know when the next event is going to happen. Also, check out Pendleton Place to see all that they do for homeless and abandoned kids in the region. And check out my sports and entertainment podcast called Daily Fish with Eric Snyder, and the episode that Damon Johnson was our special guest. And check out Undercover Jet Setter. Susan Anzalone, my co-host, and I put together a whole segment on why you need to go to Greenville. And keep watching us here on the Daily Report.